inviting me to talk about logging operations as well as timber transportation logistics in Finland. I'm working currently at the University of Eastern Finland, and previously I worked for Stora Enso forest industry company 10 years and then 8 years Metsäteho company, and it's owned by biggest forest industry companies in Finland, and some shorter period, and that is also. But today, first of all, current situation, and then some future projects and trends in our country related logging operations as well as timber transportations. In Finland, we have totally a little bit more than 20 million hectares forest land, and as you can see, mostly owned by private forest owners, and in our forest annual increment of growing stock is a little bit more than 100 million solid cubics. And again, role of private forest owners is very high in Finland. Here again picture increment, like I said, that more than 100 million solid cubics, and during last years total removals from our forest 75 million solid cubics. Sawlogs as well as energy wood. And then we operate mainly conifers, Scots pine and Norwich spruce, as well as we have 2 mercantile broadleaf birch as well as aspen. And yeah, like I said, that role of non-industrial private forest owners is very high in Finland when we are purchasing and harvesting timber. All our forest industry logging operations are mechanized in Finland, and cut to length method is dominated. A little bit industrial roundwood cuttings, tree length, but not so big volumes. Like I say, that mainly cut to length, and we have let's say around 2,000 harvesters as well as 2,000 boardwalkers in Finnish forests. Yeah, Ola mentioned that biometria operate timber measurement in Sweden. In Finland, we measured all from almost all timber using harvester measurement in harvesters. That is how I can say difference between timber measurement between Finland and Sweden. And then our cutting operations, heavy duty middle size harvesters as well as boardwalkers we use, and for instance Ponsse Scorpion is #1 in harvesters, and Ponsse Buffalo in boardwalkers. In Finland we have a lot of peatlands, and summertime, as you can see, there are some bearing capacity problems, and in very many harvesting sites are thinnings, and also harvesting conditions. When then I talking about stem size of removal or hectare-based removals, they are a little bit lower comparing to mineral soil harvests. As well as there are very many cases, spatial distribution of trees, how tree groups, and therefore also a lot of undergrowth vegetation in many harvesting sites, as well as ditch network, and therefore ditches also in peatland stands forwarding distances are a little bit longer than in mineral soil harvests. Okay, we have to harvest and we have a possibilities to load timber from peatlands, and therefore we have pay attention for our machinery for improving bearing capacity of our machinery, and as well as ground pressures and minimize ground pressure of our machinery. We have different solutions. I have some examples for you. For instance, excavator-based trucks, as you can see in this picture, and then we have wider trucks, even more than 1 meter. Then we have also longer truck systems, for instance in John Deere machinery, and in Ponce's Ford Waters 10-field systems. Of course, for instance, ProSilva, they have launched long diameter tires, and of course own weight of machinery is very important factor when we harvest with small more damages in peatland forest in Finland. Okay, we have that kind ultimate applications, but not so many, and I guess that they are mostly how can I say prototype machinery. If we look at current situation, transportation, long distance transportation sector in Finland, when we talking about volumes or tons transported, road transportation is number one, around 70%, and then is railways 30%, and rest, let's say 4 to 5% is share of waterway transportations. But if we look at transportation performance, then I mean that tons transported multiplied with distances driven, then road transportation and railways, they have almost similar share of total performance, around 50% for both, and then minimum role for waterway transportation in Finland, when we're talking about also with transportation performance. However, when we go to the 60s, then waterway transportation and timber floating or rafting was number one in Finland. But like you can you see that road transportation dominated very strongly, but during this decade. Role of road transportation is a little bit decreasing, and increasing role of railways. Okay, we have that kind of truck fleet. Truck with 4 axles and 5 axles in trailers, and their weight here and payload is, let's say, 50 tons, and it means that 60 solid cubics normally. We use also high capacity transport. Here we have examples, but not so many. Some kind of pilots permission with our authorities. Okay, here, like I earlier said, that 2,000 harvesters and forwarders, and let's say 1,700 timber trucks in our operations currently. However, here we have yearly data, and here we have monthly data, and as you can see, seasonal variation is very big problem in Finland, unfortunately, currently, and I guess that also in the future. Okay, railways, of course, cargos are a little bit are much more larger than timber trucking operations, and waterways. We have vessels, inland transportations, and as well as timber floating. Then we have huge amount of timber, let's say 15,000, 20,000 solid cubics in one cargo. Mostly Lake Saimaa we can use timber drafting. Okay, then 100 kilometers road transportation, and we use railways and waterways transportation. We have initial transportation, let's say 50 kilometers, and then rest of our distance or journey 200, 300 kilometers. Okay, then some future. I have 7 minutes time left. Of course, we have several possibilities to improve our cost efficiency, as well as energy efficiency, as well as quality in our operations. Unfortunately, in Finland, stand size are quite small in Finland. I guess that 400, 500 that kind of cubics from one harvesting site in Finland, and in southern Finland a little bit lower level quantities. Of course, we can optimize and improve efficiency when we have enough big standing stocks for our operators, for our entrepreneurs, and in very many cases, undergrowth is problem hindering visibility, for instance, harvest operator. And yeah, there are also some classical. I guess that in Finland we have quite big possibilities to make when we will use a smaller number of timber assortments. When I work for Stora Enso, I noted that in Sweden, for instance, Swedish colleagues, they use significantly lower level number of timber assortments. In Finland, we have to improve that. Then timber haulage operations, of course, better planning and also avoiding driving with empty truck, and it means that we have good possibilities to back hauling, using more back hauling in timber transportations in future. Then I have to say honestly that we have small or a little bit larger problems with managing harvesting quality in our thinning operations. Actually, Finnish Forest Center makes inventories, and here we have data what is the share of area of good harvesting result and satisfactory and faulty. As you can see, it would be a good situation if we have more good harvesting quality thinning stands. But unfortunately, the situation is that, and most frequently reason for poor or not so good harvesting qualities is too heavily thinning operations, and therefore, for instance, there is space for developing assistance systems like Ola earlier mentioned, and for instance, giving some hint for harvester operators which trees is recommended to remove from thinnings, and as you can see, Ponsse has thinning density assistant system, and we have been involved testing of and improving of that. That application is concept level calendar, not product for market currently, and the different developing of different displays for and visualization for harvester operator. And for instance, one of my PhD student, Johannes Pohjala, has tested, and there are effect on harvesting result as well as time consumption and productivity as well as well-being of harvester operator. Okay, then we have also make some sensor tests in our project, different lidars and GPS and also camera systems. Actually, last year we put together our ideas and visions, and we wrote road map for forest machine data as well as forest machine sensor technology. Is that publication you can find it internet? Sorry, only 2 pages English summary, but I guess that our co-pilots and so on, the other solutions can also make good translation from Finnish to English for you if needed. And if you are interested more, you can contact me also, of course. Okay, then we have, like Ola mentioned, that we have for operators and operators depth to national level, depth to water maps, and as well as trafficability maps national level products for free for all. And I have to say that, of course, Ponsse has good maps for operators, but if we comparing all forest machine manufacturers, I guess that John Deere can provide most advanced maps products for operators currently. Please visit Timbermatic Maps pages. You can find very good illustration of maps products. Okay, Ola and the other colleagues, they have involving very strongly developing of autonomous machines in Finland. Honestly, I have to say that we can only making drawings and pictures what kind of they might be, not prototyping autonomous forest machinery. However, in Finland we have involved Stora Enso project out of wood, and this is very high level automated system. Actually, Stora Enso Uimaharju mill sites, they tested that. Okay, then I have two slides more. Yeah, in Finland we have put very much I would say effort to testing and collecting experience biogas powered timber trucks. And last but not least, I have for you some kind of wishing list or some kind of biggest challenges. Like I earlier said, that seasonal innovation is very big problem in Finland in timber procurement, in wood supply chain, our wood supply chain, and also conditions of forest travel road network shape of that is not so good currently. Then I have to say that what is the involvement of our forest owners for good practices, for instance, tending of seedling or young stands and making thinnings. It's not so good, I have to say, and then also we have shortage of skillful operators and drivers. Yeah, there are also some other challenges, but I guess that they four are the biggest ones. Dear friends, thanks a lot.